What's up, guys? It's your girl, Zaida Lisa. Welcome to Mama's Cocktail Hour. Come on in. Get your cannabis, get your vino, get your agua, whatever your poison is, and get your butt in here. I am live again. You see, I told you guys that I was going to be back, and I'm coming back full throttle. So your girl is going live more. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. You guys can check out my playlist. I have something for everybody up in these streets. If you guys like sports, we talk sports. If you guys like true crime, we talk true crime. And if you guys like gossip, we talk gossip. But like, gossip can actually also be a little bit of facts. We can argue that here on Mamas, but let's jump into it. I wanted to go live today because I felt like there is so much shit going on and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, okay? So first, I put out a couple of videos about Ebro in the morning. So it looks like Ebro, Rosenberg, and Laura Stiles' show has been canceled. They are no longer going to be on the radio. I've been hearing on the streets, and let me know if you guys have been hearing the same thing, but there has been a lot of cuts in radio. There was, and people are speculating that could the Breakfast Club be next? Like now, y'all know everything that happened with the Breakfast Club, right? So Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy was on there, and my favorite was Angela Yee. For me, once Angela Yee left the show, it was completely different. Like for me, I was like, it's not the same. Not to say that the two girls on there right now are not talented. I don't know, something about the chemistry of it doesn't feel the same. Like, drop me in the comments and write me a comment if you know what I mean. Like, there was something about Angela Yee that kind of kept DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God in check. Not saying that Just Hilarious can't do that, but I don't know. It's just, it seems off. But the streets are saying, could the Breakfast Club be next? And the reason why a lot of people are saying that is because you guys remember back in the day where, well, not back in the day, but a couple of years ago where Charlemagne was doing like that night show where it was like, I forgot the name of the show, but drop me in the comments if you remember the name of the show. But he was like on a nighttime show and he was doing really well. And this is like around the time where rumors started to spark about Angela Yee leaving, and he was doing this like nighttime show. And it was like kind of like soft politics, but not so much like. And, you know, I thought he was really going to separate from radio to kind of do this realm. And then that didn't happen. Then he and DJ Envy was holding it down for a little while until they found who their third person was going to be. And then that shit got real messy because Just Hilarious went on maternity leave. And it's just not been the same. Like, can you guys let me know, like, do you feel like the Breakfast Club is what it used to be? I really do not think so. So I think at this point, like, it only makes sense that if Charlemagne leaves, that whole show is a wrap. Like, at this point, I don't think anybody is there for anybody other than Charlemagne. Like, who's there for DJ Envy? If anything, people are there for DJ Envy to see if, like, his whole payola thing is going to catch up to him. Seriously, because that's what I feel like. I feel like everybody's just waiting for the other shoe to drop with DJ Envy, given all of the allegations that he had against him with that whole payola thing with the houses, and y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? So everybody is just laughing at DJ Envy right now, or just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And Just Hilarious, I mean, she's funny, she's alright, but I don't know. I want that old thing back. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a wrap? I think that there's going to be new faces in radio all over. So Funk Master Flex just came out saying that he's gonna be doing Ebro in the morning, but then he made sure to just be like, yo, I'm filling in for a day. I'm filling in for a day or two. Nothing crazy. I think that spot, like whoever takes over that spot is gonna be hot. Like, it's going to be someone that is out here, somebody that knows pop culture. it's gonna be somebody hot. Like, I think they need some new flavor in your ear. Like, I think they need new flavor. All right, so that's what's going on. Honestly, I was checking out some of like what's going on with the Ebro in the morning stuff. I really do feel that Ebro, Rosenberg, and Laura Stiles are going to create a YouTube show. So they'll probably be on these YouTube streets rather shortly. But I just saw a video that both Ebro and Rosenberg did, which I thought was interesting because Rosenberg said that he said that he was fired. Okay, he said that they called him on the phone with legal on the line and said, hey, Rosenberg, today is going to be your last day. You've been terminated. Like, it was that type of talk, guys. Like, who knows if these people even got severance packages. Rosenberg was stating that he's been there for 20 years. And after 20 years, like, he kind of made a joke about it and was like, yo, after 20 years, I got fired over the phone with legal. Like, that's how cutthroat it is. So, what's his name? Ebro was saying the same thing. Ebro was saying like they have certain agendas, that he's not filling those agendas. He went on to talk about like he's not going to be folding. And he also went on his live with Rosenberg to basically say that he was the first to bring people into politics. He was the first to bring the the My Songs and the AOCs up there. So he was trying to throw some shade saying that he was like the first to do it. And, he's going to do it despite ratings, despite what people think if they're helping the community. However, y'all already know on this platform, we talk about both sides of the spectrum, right? So that's what he's saying. Ebro saying he brought politics to the community, that he brought people onto his platform that did something for his community, right? And the streets is saying that Ebro never played any New York artists, made it very difficult for New York artists to get spins on his show, that gave a lot of like the spins to down south dudes. Like, this is what New York is saying. And remember, these are all like New York based radio stations. So New York music should have been, in my opinion, heavenly be running through those platforms, but apparently Hot 97 has never been the same. So I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Like, I see a lot of people in the comments talking about Ebro corny. And so look, like, I don't know. I honestly feel like for me, Ebro never did it. Like, he never did it. There was something about his aura that just, Rosenberg is, he's a natural talent. He has a natural knack for what he does, and he has a great radio voice. So I feel like he just stood out on his own. But Laura Stiles was always overshadowed, and Ebro was just like this big persona, that for me just never did anything. So for me, I think Hot 97 is doing the right thing by bringing some new talent on there. Not to say that these guys didn't do a great job and, everybody could have their opinions. I think it's time for something new. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'm going to be going live much more. We talk all things current events, true crime, hip hop, gossip, whatever. You just hit 2K subscribers. Welcome and congratulations. Hitting 2K is hard. I also am trying to grow. So if you're new here and you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Because we got lots to come, guys. I have a new segment that's going to be coming out. It's going to be called The Streets is Talking, where I actually go to the streets and talk to the people about these topics. So now we're going to transition into Diddy. Okay. Have you guys heard Q from Day 26 has a video out right now that he posted, kind of trying to solidify exactly what happened to him when he was kind of like down with Diddy. Okay, so now we remember Dawn and Q. Dawn was on Danity Kane. Q was on Day 26. They were dating for a period of time. And let me get into this juicy clip, okay? So it's going all around right now on on social media. And essentially, it shows, okay, let's back up a little bit because y'all here, we here, it's cocktail hour. Let me not get to it. We gotta do a little bit of foreplay first, okay? Okay, so let's go a little bit back. All right, so do you guys remember when Q and Day 26, they went on Vlad TV and they did this interview that mad people was talking shit about it, and I don't respect it for all, when I find that there's like this bias, women could tell their story and then men can do it and then men get mocked or men get made fun of because they're talking about their trauma. Like that type of shit does not rock with me at all. I think a man and a woman can be equally hurt, equally sexually assaulted, like all that shit could happen in real time. So for me, like that type of shit, what they're doing to Little Rod right now, and on The Breakfast Club, they did that. On The Breakfast Club, they were interviewing Eric Sermon saying, yo, Eric, why you out on this platform talking on the Diddy, like trying to make it seem that anybody that who did the Diddy documentary was a snitch. I got a problem with that. But now I forgot where I was. Can someone tell me where I was? I'm reading the comments, guys, and it's making me like go left and right. Oh, let's go back to Q. So Vlad TV. Thank you. So Vlad TV. Q and Day 26 went on Vlad TV and they did an episode where Q started crying profusely. And he said that he saw something that he described as demonic, and he was like just crying, saying that, he's been traumatized, that now he's like officially, he has like a mental illness due to it, and he had to stop Day 26. And now all of his other castmates or group members, whatever you want to call them, they all too know what happened, and they were all consoling him. So there was this big interview on Vlad TV. He was on it. So we all knew at that point something happened to Q, but we didn't know what it was, right? Okay. So now we get it. Now, Dawn came out with her lawsuit that she filed against Diddy. We saw it on the documentary. Remember? He was on the documentary being like, yo, can you believe Dawn from Dead and he came now saying got a lawsuit? And he did that whole shit telling his son to find something that Dawn said nice about him so that he could post. Okay. So Dawn came out in a lawsuit basically saying that she too was held captive, that there was these weird sex parties for minors that she was at, and this whole nine. Q ended up coming out and they got into some little debacle where he was saying that he was drugged by Dawn, allegedly, okay? So he came out, he said that Dawn had gave him something one day, and he remembers waking up, not knowing where he was, and he thought that he was like in some way assaulted sexually. So he posts this video just today that you guys can go on TikTok, go on Instagram and see. And essentially it's Diddy, what I think is Cassie and Dawn running down some steps in a basement. Soon as they get to the basement, the lights are off, they flick the lights on, and you can see that Q is in the bed and he is sweating bullets. Okay, like his whole shirt, like he's wearing a white shirt, but it almost looks see-through because it is so drenched. Then you hear Dawn in the back saying, are you still high? And he's like out of it, like, yeah. Then you have to slow the video down. But if you slow the video down, and shout out to Tisa Tells because she did this on her platform, she slows the video down and you see that Diddy touches Q's crotch, like clear as day. Diddy did a quick fondle, he diddlered him, and then stepped back, okay? And like this was all on video. Q ended up posting it just to kind of prove that because he's been saying like he was drugged and something happened to him and he still doesn't remember what it is. However, I do feel like something did happen to Q, but he knows exactly what it is. But he's not going to say it because if he comes out and does say that he was essayed, a lot of y'all will be out here talking shit about him, calling him a sissy, saying that didn't happen, why he didn't. Like, y'all already know. Look at how they doing poor little Rod. Like, poor Little Rod. They done came out, talked about Little Rod, how you don't know what happened if your butt was sore. Guys, he could have truly been in a situation where he didn't know what happened. Maybe he prayed that that didn't happen, but he's just telling his truth. Like, can we just live in that? Can we just live in that? Someone says, let's just start to take some of y'all comments because I think they're so interesting. I need a girlfriend. Can you help me? Can I help you? I am married and I could give you one thing of advice. If you want a girlfriend, you need to be ready to be selfless, okay? And not selfish. If you want a girlfriend, you need to be able to say, the things that I love in my life, I'm willing to kind of give them up, okay? That's my word of advice for y'all fellas coming on here. Any relationship, whether it's a marriage, a friendship relationship while y'all just, doing something, or y'all married, it's going to take some type of selflessness. So if you're someone that's very selfish, you play video games all day, you in the gym all day, you only care about yourself, you're not ready for a girl. So that's what I could say about that. The next question we got out here in these internet streets is, what do you think about people joining gangs? What gang are you talking about, right? Because are you talking about a violent gang? Because let's be real, some people can say that joining any group is a gang. Like you can join a team. If you're talking about joining a real gang, I mean, to each their own, brother. I do not know. That's for you to figure out. I would say a lot of people join gangs because they're looking for some type of brotherhood or fatherhood. I knew a lot of kids in growing up that ended up joining like the Bloods and the Crips, and a lot of them were looking for family, looking for connection. And I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can find family and connection, not through a gang. But to be honest, I do love what Nipsey did out in California. He was someone who was in a gang, and he spoke about the good and the bad that he received from the gang, and how he tried to kind of like change that narrative. So if you are in a gang or you're thinking about joining a gang, I would say definitely, know that you can find brotherhood in different places. And I understand the concept of why people join gangs. A lot of people don't join gangs with the thought of thinking like, yo, I'm out here to murk somebody. Like, no, not everybody thinks that. I really do think that some people are just searching for a father figure, searching for some type of brotherhood. And, you can find that in other communities, just so you know. All right, now y'all asking stupid questions. Should people commit crimes? Like, what do you mean, should people commit crimes? Like, what are you committing a crime for? Are you committing a crime because you're saving your child? Are you committing a crime just because you broke? Like, no, come on, guys. Like, that's a vague question, Mr. Shula Bear. No, it's fine. Don't apologize. I'm joking. I want this to be a conversation, and I appreciate that. But should people create crimes? The obvious answer is no, right? But there are many situations where people have some committed crimes, and I'm like, I understand it. I would have done the same thing. So it all depends on the reason for the crime and what the intent behind it is. That's my personal opinion. All right. So amen. Hallelujah. So let's and guys, keep the comments coming, because as the show progresses, I'm happy to kind of do some commercial breaks, and we can ask and answer some questions. And thank you guys for talking about my glasses. They're Gucci, baby. Love these glasses. I've had them for a while. All right. So let's get into the next topic, which is the D4VD topic, okay? If you guys do not know, D4VD is like this indie R&B young singer who basically has a song called Romantic Homicide, alluded to a lot of death in his music, and they found a 14-year-old minor in his trunk of his Tesla on September 7th. Since then, there has been no arrest. Everybody has been, especially on these internet streets, have been digging into his music, into his social media, into his Reddit accounts, and into a lot of, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to start a new thing here. I don't know what this is. Get this out of here. So how do I do this? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like come back up. All right. What is that? All right. Do I look like I have something? How do I drag this out? Okay. Hold on. Bear with me. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm trying to fuck with the settings here. All right, so let's get back to D4VD, all right? Because I have been following this case for a really long time and I want to know what y'all think, okay? Let me know what y'all think. There was a 14-year-old minor found in the trunk of his car. In the beginning of the investigation, they were saying he was not a suspect. Now, as time progresses, we now know he is a suspect. There has not been a cause of death because the body was so badly decomposed. Okay. There has been speculation on whether her body was frozen, not frozen. We still do not know. The ME has been told to be silent. Okay. So we still do not know a cause of death. We do not know a manner of death. However, there has been a grand jury that has been convened and they have been hearing evidence and have been listening to witnesses. Now, what just happened and TMZ reported not too long ago is that one of David's managers was brought into the grand jury proceedings and asked about why he never reported any of this to the police. And so we don't know what they mean by that, but a TMZ reporter heard David's manager speaking to his lawyer outside of the courtroom, stating that the prosecution was really pressing him on the fact of why didn't he call the police. And his reply was that he didn't call the police because he just wanted to get on tour. Now, let's break it down. So her body went missing, or her body showed up in the trunk of his car in September. David was already on his tour at that date. So hella speculation about how the body got there. Now we know that the body was in different parts, like cut up. And God, this is so gross, guys. So if you guys are like TMI by this shit, definitely skate out. But yeah, her body was dismembered into several pieces. And for me, like the biggest thing that I have with this whole case is that had this been a regular person, had this been a regular person and a body of a 14-year-old girl showed up in your car that was registered to you, you would be in jail. You would be somewhere awaiting your court date. The fact that this man is still out there, they have a whole grand jury convening. When the man had a Tesla, we know that Teslas record inside the car and outside the car. It was in a very affluent neighborhood in in freaking California. So not only did people probably see him, or the car maybe saw what happened, but there were so many cameras outside that I have seen footage of from the private investigator that actually showed how far was the car parked away from his house. And now they're saying, guys, that there could have been more than one person involved. Actually, they can confirm that there is more than one person involved. And the reason why is because of the way the cuts were. So whoever was using the heavy machinery or the farm tools, because private investigator who was investigating the case said that he saw farm tools in the house, right? They said that the farm tools you can tell that they were used by two different individuals. One person who was probably stronger than the other, given the cuts, okay? So now they can confirm that there is more than one person that assisted in her dismembering, okay? And the latest news is that there is a girl involved that they are trying to push to come to the grand jury. and give her statement. And this girl has her lawyer. Her lawyer seems to be the same lawyer as David's manager, which I think is interesting. And she doesn't want to show up. She doesn't want to appear. So my question to y'all, and you guys are some amazing, amazing, beautiful people. Let me know, guys, why the hell is David still sitting comfy in his house? But they got a whole grand jury convened, a whole bunch of people listening to this evidence, but he is still in his house and there has not been an indictment. Can someone who either has, a law degree or someone who is in the judicial system or someone who's a cop, if you guys can explain to me where that makes sense, because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, all of this is happening in the background. Why the fuck isn't this guy why haven't they picked him up and why isn't he being questioned? Like the fact that they've been saying that they came out at first and was like, he's not a suspect. And then they came back and was like, he is a suspect. He's been cooperating. No, he hasn't. The truth of the matter is that this guy, D4VD, David Anthony Burke, he is worth lots of money. And he isn't just himself. He is worth lots of money for a big ass corporation. I'm pretty sure his record label is Interscope, but let me just confirm that. Hold on. And as I said correctly, guys, D4VD, he is with Interscope, okay? And so I'm pretty sure Interscope made sure that he had the best of the best lawyer and made sure that there has been that nothing, that he wasn't going to be taken or there was going to be nothing until all the ducks were in a row. Like, this is bigger than him, because had this been a regular person, it would have been a wrap. But the fact that he makes Interscope so much money, he is really big in like Japan. He's big outside of the country. I don't know him like that, but my son who's 18, like, he knows who this guy is. Like, my daughter who's 16, they know who this guy is. I don't. But again, D4VD, indie R&B superstar, could have allegedly did exactly what he said he was gonna do through his art. Like, his whole, like, his albums, his music videos, they all they all talk about death. In his music video, he's putting a girl inside and out of the car who's all bloodied up. Like, it's real shit like that, guys. Real shit. And to think that this guy probably just went out and did some stuff like that, like, that's crazy to me. Like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know. No, he definitely had a relationship with that girl. Like, there are so much, there's actually Reddit posts and stuff where there has been speculation, guys, allegedly that she could have even been pregnant. Now, they're saying that they didn't find that in the body, like they didn't find any evidence of that. But again, we still haven't even seen the ME report, so we do not know. We do not know. But to me, it seems like he was with a young girl because he can most likely control her. Anybody that's with younger girls, that's most likely the reason why they're in that type of situation, to be honest. So if you're with an older person and that person is a lot more older than you, they're with you because of control. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that there can't be love, but that much older, like, he's 19, 20 years old. He could have had 1,000 19, 20-year-olds at all at his concert, and he chose a 14-year-old girl who was a runaway. Yeah, kind of gives narcissists, guys. Kind of give narcissists. So this is my first live. If you guys are liking the live and you guys want to send me a super chat, please do so. It helps, support the channel. It helps let me do and continue to do what I do. If not, that's cool. You can subscribe. If you don't got it, that helps too. But yes, the whole D4VD thing, I have been watching that case closely. I definitely want to see him go down for, if it is him, because we got to be fair here, right? It could not. This could be a whole conspiracy and somebody set him up. But the way shit is gearing and the way that they're making it seem, it almost seems like the prosecution knows exactly what they're doing, knows exactly what he did. And for me, I just think that he was a 19, 20-year-old boy that thought he was outsmarting people, and it kind of just backfired. So it does give that vibe. Someone said you look like an elementary social studies teacher. I don't know if a social studies teacher will be wearing Gucci and Tupac, but hey, if you like it, I love it. All right, guys, what else is going on out on these internet streets? Let's see. So yeah, that Q video, take a look at that. That shit was very interesting. I'm wondering now if Q himself and Day 26, if they're gonna do their own lawsuit against Diddy. I kind of feel like it's like they're prepping for that type of shit. Like it almost seems like that's coming into the air next. Let's see, what else? What else? What else? They said someone's behind me. Really? Let me know where. Do you see somebody behind me? And if they do, I hope it's like, it's my angels. It's my angels out here protecting me. This is not my first live. I've done many lives, but it's been my first live since I got back. I went on a 5-6 month hiatus because my 9 to 5 have been like really killing me. So it's been a long time, and your girl is back, and I am getting back to all things Mama's Cocktail Hour. Like I'm telling you guys can expect so much more from me this year. Real live interviews with one-on-one people, going to the streets. If you guys have not checked out, I'm a big Knicks fan. I do Knicks content. I actually went out after one of the big playoff games in MSG and interviewed the fans. That's actually where I got the concept for the streets, is talking. So there is so much to come. So if you like this type of content, you're going to just like the other stuff even more. Like this is only the beginning. And Danny says, it's me and you 1 and 1. What? Anyways, yes, guys, I'm telling you, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I think I'm going to get out of here now. But please subscribe, hit that notification button so you could be alerted when there's a new video, or you guys can know when I'm going live. Like I said, we're going to try to talk everything trending topics, answer your questions, speak one-on-one. I love y'all. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.